What?
Tell me what you just said.
What, just now?
Tell me what you just said.
Oh, I got STD before.
Fuck now.
So today we're doing a debate, the fraudulent behaviour of club goers, whether it be not being able to drink champagne out of the glass, only drinking it out of the bottle, whether you feel the need to wear your t-shirt like that when you've got a Gucci belt on to show everybody that you have £185 to spend. Very clever, 185. Come on.
Basically, my thing is this, yeah, is like when you go to the club and you buy yourself some champagne, it's like almost celebration, isn't it? We can't all agree that champagne even tastes nice, does it really?
Nah,
some people do like it, but a lot of people that buy it doesn't.
No, but the ones they buy, they're the ones that taste nice.
So with that being said, it takes away a little bit of the glamour when they give it to you in the jug. It don't feel like celebration. Yeah. You want to pop that shit.
I don't like champagne personally. I think it don't taste good to me. But I don't really drink alcohol.
I just drink champagne because I don't even know why the fuck I drink champagne. I don't even really like the taste of it. It tastes alright.
Champagne is nice. I like the bubbles. I like the vibe that it puts me on. Would I drink it out of a plastic cup? Why not?
I'm gonna drink it because a little celebration thing in it really, but other than that, like if I'm gonna have to stand there and hold it in a jug, it's not really the loveliest thing to do, to tell you the truth.
Because then you don't know what brand it is.
That shit.
It could be Moe, it could be Dumpy.
You want what you pay for.
Yeah.
So if you're paying for something prestigious, you want a whole package of prestige, right?
Yeah, G.
Yeah, the reason why some people get upset about the jug thing is that you could be drinking lemonade in your jug. I've bought my champagne and I've paid $2.50 for that. Yeah. But I'm looking like you.
No, but lemonade and champagne don't look the same.
No,
I'm just saying hypothetically.
I don't think I'd even buy a bottle of champagne, to be honest, because I'm quite happy with a glass of rosé.
Well, I don't spend money on champagne. I get it bought for me. Not that I'm bragging, but there you go.
My idol's Diddy. So when I'm watching like Hate Me Now videos and he's got the jug like that, I can't do that with a jug. Before you know it's all on the floor, I know.
See that jug right there? Hold up that jug, please.
That don't look cool.
If you got like crystal champagne.
See, that's what can happen with the champagne. That can happen with the champagne.
You can hate me now.
It's actually a little bit disrespectful, even more so because the plastic jug is not what you're supposed to keep champagne or wine in, because it doesn't hold the taste, it doesn't hold the bubbles as much as it's supposed to. So just from a logistical point of view, for the actual quality of the product you're buying, it doesn't work.
If somebody has spent a ton of money on champagne, give it to them in the bottle the way that they paid for it. You know, don't give it to them in a plastic sippy cup and, you know, in a big fat jug. I think that's a bit of a liberty.
People want you to know what they're fucking buying. So if they're buying a drink worth £500, they want you to know like, yeah, this is the drink that I bought worth £500 because it came in the bottle that cost £500.
No, but you know what? It's like you buying those nights, yeah, and then them covering up the ticks and saying roll.
It's just like, put it this way, I'm not the kind of guy that buys champs, but I understand the whole concept of if you want champagne, you want the fucking
what
champagne.
About the people that don't want to spend that money? Those people that buy the sparkling wine, they like it in their jug.
They're fine.
But you know what? If you're gonna buy Prosecco, you gotta be proud of your Prosecco. You can't be sitting there hoping that it's a Moe. Be proud. That's what you purchased, isn't it?
You know the names of it.
My understanding is when you buy a champagne of a certain value, you're buying the brand and you're buying a part of the lifestyle. If you can't see that brand and you can't see that lifestyle, it defeats the whole object in buying it. They wouldn't buy champagne if it's in a jug.
I understand the concept of branding, innit? So there's no such thing as a drink that is worth £1,200, like it doesn't exist. So if you're paying £1,200, you're paying for the branding, which is the bottle. I understand that. My issue is more like, what message are you trying to convey by doing it? It goes across the board. Whatever it is, whether it's champagne, whether it's wearing a belt, whatever, at the end of the day, the message that you're trying to show people is, I've got money to blow. That's the message, that is the overall message.
Some people with money to blow don't do that.
Exactly. But the bottom line is, 90% of people doing that live with your mum.
Exactly.
If you live with your mum and you're trying to show people, look how much money I've got, you're just an insecure.
Whether we like it or not, we're living in a society where it's about image. So standing in the club with a bottle of champagne, it seems to be cool. People like to pop champagne. Standing in the club with a jug full of champagne is something that's not glamorous about it. It's not really a cool thing to do.
They bought Cristal, give it to them in the Cristal bottle. Give it to them how they want it. Nice ice bucket, couple of glasses, and they're good to go. I mean, you're paying for that. You're paying the extra for all the extras.
What about drinking wine? What about drinking wine out of cups? I'm guessing, do you guys drink wine?
That's just a mockery. It should be held properly.
Yeah.
It should be so you can swivel and smell. You can't swivel in a car. You must smell that shit.
What's your favourite vintage then, Marvin?
I'm a Zinfandel kind of guy, to be honest.
I don't like drinking a rosé out of a plastic cup, but I will do it. I won't be like, oh, I'm not having this because you haven't got a glass at the bar. But I might be like, oh, have you got a glass? But yeah, I mean, I don't mind it.
But you know what the problem is though? Like right now, like obviously the society that we live in is all about image, innit, yeah? I know a lot of people that feel, one second, I know a lot of people that feel away when they see certain man in a dance drinking out of a wine glass. Because to them, they think that that's cheap.
That is
Why
cheap.
would you not buy
Man, that's not for men then, that's not for guys, that's
yeah,
for
they're
girls.
saying that wine is for the man.
Guys who are buying wine is basically.
But is it though?
You know what? You can drink whatever the fuck you want. Don't let no fucking social pressure decide what you want to drink.
I'm not really a person that goes out there to try and make everybody think I've got money. I don't see really the point in that. Like when you do that, it brings attention that is not always the best attention anyway. So, you know, going out there, flashing the cash or whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the finer things in life as well.
Connoisseur, if you're a wine connoisseur,
if you're a wine connoisseur,
it shouldn't matter.
If you're a wine
It
connoisseur,
shouldn't
what
matter.
are you doing in
You
those
should be a man
bars
to be
anyway?
able to
Why are you in those
Wait, what's he drinking though?
What are you talking about?
Rosé in a plastic cup.
Yeah, but I'm one of those guys that ain't going to the club buying thank you. I'm not those guys.
If you go to a club, 99 times out of 100, if a dude asks for some champagne and they're gonna serve it in a jug, he's not gonna want it because it's just not a cool thing to do. And I completely understand it. Whether it would affect me or not, I don't particularly know.
Plastic cup, jugs. No, that's not how we do things. Sorry.
So listen, Drake likes rosé wine.
I ain't Drake either, by the way.
That makes no sense. If Drake and don't make a tune, that's the most depressing thing. Like, it'll kill my mood right now.
Watch every girl go, rosé!
So there's two reasons. There's an old philosopher that said everything you do in life, to fuck or to eat. Yeah. Pretty much everything you do is to eat well.
So I'm a philosopher.
If the statement you're trying to make isn't look how much money I've got, that statement there is to get you some pussy.
I don't know, we can all make up lies and say that we don't like to splash money and so on and so forth. At the end of the day, everyone's got their thing that they do in it. Whether you spend money in a rave to get over problems, some people may spend money and go shopping and buy loads of clothes. They may be doing it to get attention, they might be doing it for themselves. Who the fuck knows, man?
So I'll tell you what's wrong with that. If you need to pop champagne to get pussy, or you need to have a Gucci belt,
in there's a certain world that it helps. I'm just saying.
It does.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. Certain man can still go into that world and get laid in a fucking £10 belt, £10 belt.
Yeah, but it's easier if you got.
But you want easy access, fam. I can't lie to you. It's easier.
It's easier if you
I
got
bought a
Gucci
bottle
belt around
sometimes
your
and just
neck.
bought it, gave it to the girl. Calm.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna say it's sad. I know certain men that spend money, beer drinks, and then next you know they're beating. Maybe that's their incentive. I'm spending loads of money just so I can make sure I have sex tonight. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. And obviously, if they got it, spend it. Fuck it, man.
In that sense, it's not always the guy that is looking like the chump that's doing that. It's the girl that's giving up the pussy.
I've got to be real with you. Like, I'm not the kind of guy.
I don't have that problem.
I'm not the kind of guy to go trying to even try and boast. That's not me. I fuck all that kind of fake bullshit. But I will say, if a dude's trying to get some pussy and all he has to do is put a fucking Gucci fucking belt around his neck, good on you, homie. Big up on you. And if that guarantees you pussy,
Why not?
if you're safe,
Cool. If you have to get your Gucci belt out or whatever belt out for some girl to sleep with you, I just can't even say like, how are you gonna go on like that? How are you gonna be in a club and purposely wear your belt out or waving champagne around in a bottle because you want to get girls? Get out your mum's house, get a car, get a good job, and then you're gonna get girls anyway.
I ain't gonna hate on that shit. That's how you get yours. You need to fucking release, innit? So it's like, I can understand it, but I'm just saying that's not my way about going about things. That's that.
If you had to pay £185,
That's them. That's how they get pussy.
If I pay 185 and I get pussy for the year,
Would you pay
that's the money.
175 on a bottle or a scarf or a hat, or would you pay 175 on dates and all that kind of shit? It's instant. This is the lifestyle people are living.
Where are you going?
Yeah, we're not always
cinema, fucking flowers, roses.
We're not discussing the kind of girl. We're discussing that is the motive.
It's obvious when you popping bottles like that, or you're deliberately wearing Gucci belts, Louis shit, whatever, so it's on display. The statement you're trying to make is, look how much money I've got, and look how much money I can freely spend.
You have to
If you spend 4 weeks dating a girl and going out to Nando's and cinema and you spend 175, I can wear my Can I finish? I'll go buy my Gucci belt for 175. I align myself with the right people and get it in a day.
You're gonna get the box.
See?
And you can reuse the belt. I'm not the kind of brother to go in a club and put a Gucci fucking belt around my neck. I ain't with that bullshit. Like, you fucking see my shit. I ain't on no flashy shit. I'm not with that kind of lifestyle.
If you're a female and you're seeing a guy spending money, obviously it could potentially state he has money. He may not. Who knows? But it's an incentive. Like, I know it's gonna make you stand out amongst the crowd. And if girls say they're not interested in that, it's bollocks, fam. Like, some girls are gonna be like, nah, I'm an independent woman, so fucking what? Like, he's not saying he's gonna buy you a drink. He's just buying himself drinks.
Or you can put that money towards moving out of your mum's council flat. And that way, when the girl wants to give you some pussy, you got your own yard.
But there's still dudes that.
But I think it's a hotel.
There's still dudes that have their own little flat and shit like
You
that.
tell what I'm saying, that kind of girl that will go home with you because of that belt. You'll wake up in the morning, that belt will be gone because that.
And you'll be left with the STD.
And that's why you use the safe in the hotel. You can get a girl, you can wipe. That's why you use the safe in the hotel.
It's just how you interpret life, man. If you know who you are and you're cool with who you are, none of it should really bother you anyway. If someone wants to go and spend beer money, it's money anyway, man. When you die, you can't take it with you, so do your thing, man.
Having a Gucci belt is, that statement is dumb. It costs 175 to 185 pounds to buy a Gucci belt. Instead of eating for a couple of weeks, you went and spent your dough money on a Gucci belt. So any girl who thinks that's impressive and is gonna fuck you on the basis of that probably has an STD.
What?
Tell me what you just said.
What, just now?
Tell me what you just said.
Oh, I got STD before.
Fuck no.
Why did he have to? Why did he?
Oh no, this is my poet's the G. You know what? She told you. I ain't gonna lie. I'll put on the Jimmy and still wax it. Just so you know, I didn't catch nothing. I didn't catch nothing. I didn't catch nothing.
The worst thing that ever happened to me. This is my only STD story, yeah?
And these are the people who fucking with girls. Be careful.
The only thing that happened to me, and this was the girl I was seeing, yeah? Like, I got thrush from the girl, yeah?
I thought we were having a debate about guys popping champagne and wearing Gucci belts. We somehow got onto STDs in clubs, not even STDs in clubs, STDs. I can't even talk about the things that my ears have heard tonight. I didn't even realise that the levels of what goes on is like this.
So I got thrush from this girl. I was like, what the fuck? So she's like, I swear down, I've been tested, I ain't got nothing. I said, we giving me something, yeah? I went to the clinic, she goes, that's thrush. Anybody get thrush? Girls get thrush all the time. Yeah, she goes, just use his Canestin cream, yeah? It gets rid of it. I was like,
everyone acts like it's the end of the fucking world.
Yo, them lot was in there, not only jumping out of the window, these guys was jumping out of the tower block about these type of STDs and whatnot that they've been catching, which is just an absolute madness to me.
I was there, I was like, alright, I'm here, let me get tested. She's like, alright, no problem, blah, blah, blah. Proper hardcore old African nurse woman, yeah? I was like, listen, please, I'm kind of like, you know, I'm a bit sore down here. What do you have to do? She's like, we just have to put this down the end. And I was like, you have to do what? This was back in the day, like,
oh my god.
So I was like, listen, please be gentle, you know, like I'm not feeling it. And she went, I do this 100 times a day. I was like, you're gonna hurt me. No, you're gonna hurt me. She fucking stabbed me and then told me to piss. Why would you stab me first?
But I had a guy, and he was starting my balls having a conversation.
All I'm gonna say is about this clinic thing is, anytime I go to the clinic, I ain't going in the ends. I'm going real far, somewhere in a hospital where there's a whole bunch of bushes, because my face is a little bit too big. I don't really want, even though it's good to be checking yourself out, I don't particularly want to be in the waiting room, going out and then walking out with packages and stuff like that, because there's something about that just doesn't sit right with me. But yeah.
And that song they went number 2. Lisa Mafia. Remember I told you? Yeah, she was out here.
That never went number 2, bro.
I know, but it was
pressure for you to take on for millions of people to have different sorts of.
But one thing is that
you need to be the sort of person that can see above and beyond that. Otherwise, this statement.
I agree.